What's up, my know-it-alls? It is that time again. We're going to dig deep into questions. I've gone to Quora and Reddit because it is time for the know-it-all files. The know-it-all files are when Mr. Know-it-all proves how much he knows by just talking about things and answering questions online. So again, submit your questions here. I would love to get an opportunity to answer them in a future episode. Down below in the comment section, ask some questions, comment about some of the answers I give. You don't agree with me? That's awesome. Let's talk. Literally, it's one of the things I love to do the most is debate and discuss these things. And logically, as sci-fi fans, we're the ones who always come up with crazy harebrained excuses for things and justifications. That's the fun of being us. So let's go. First question.
The Doctor is definitely not like normal Time Lords. What is wrong with the Doctor?
What do you mean what's wrong with the Doctor? Nothing's wrong with the Doctor. Time Lords are an eccentric bunch. However, much like the British people they are based around, they are there is a stuffy sort of pomp and circumstance about them. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, and not all Britain. I have friends who are British, and I spent 3 years doing voiceovers for Great Britain. So getting up early in the morning to do that. I have huge respect. I'm what some would consider an Anglophile. There you go. I'm literally doing a Doctor Who thing. All right. So nothing wrong with him. He when he looked into the Great Schism. If you remember, there's a part where David Tennant explains some people saw purpose and hope and whatever else. Some people went mad, and some people ran in fear. And it's like, which one were you? He's like, the one who ran. It's like, you kidding me? I never stopped. And he's right. Something he saw inspired him to do what he does and to go and chase both adventure, but at the same time, wonder. Because remember, the Doctor's he's not running to trouble. He's running to see things. Because the universe is so big and vast and huge, and stars are dying, and universes are folding, and races are coming and going, and the entire thing happens so quickly. You have to take chance and see it. So he's running to see it. And when he finds someone who will be more amazed than he could ever be, he wants to come and bring them, because just like when I wanted to show my family any of this, Star Trek, Doctor Who, whatever, when I'm sitting down watching them, I'm barely watching the thing I'm watching. I'm like this most of the time, watching their expressions, because I want to enjoy it through their eyes. That's what the Doctor does on a regular basis. And he's not wrong for that. And if you want to know what's wrong with the Doctor, he saved the universe from the Time Lords and the Daleks. He made a horrible choice. I mean, later on they retconned that choice, in canon retcon, because the Doctor himself was the one who changed what happened. But because of who he is, and I don't believe you'd ever get an opportunity. I don't think anybody else could ever do what he does and survive. So he's not like the normal Time Lords. I'm glad. Very glad for that. Next question.
Trivia question. Is there any truth to the rumor that Doctor Who's David Tennant married the daughter of the Doctor?
What do you mean truth to the rumors? Yes, of course. Georgia Tennant, then Georgia Moffat, played the part of Jenny in the episode The Doctor's Daughter. Yeah, so then, and that's when they met, and ultimately it blossomed into a beautiful relationship. And yeah, I'm excited. Still together as far as I understand. That's another thing. Oh, somebody had asked a question last week, or last time, what I like to see from Russell Davies. Bro, give me a Jenny. Give me a Jenny show. Let Georgia Tennant reprise her role as Jenny for like a season, maybe 2, and then regenerate. And now you've got an entirely new Time Lord, Time Lady, bam, running through things, and it would be so great. And you could get to see her, how she would handle these adventures. Maybe she crosses over with her dad once in a while. Maybe not. It doesn't even have to be David Tennant. It could be any of the others in the future or in the past. Again, multiverse. This whole big giant conglomeration thing they're building. I'm so down. I'm so here for it. That would be awesome. So yeah, man. Next question.
Why were Doctor Who fans unhappy when Doctor Who was a woman, but Star Trek fans didn't care when Janeway was captain?
I really need to know who's submitting these questions. We had one like this last week. The one about how come Doctor Who would Star Trek fans be upset about Jennifer T. Kirk the same way Doctor Who fans were upset? I feel like this is the exact same question asked in a different way. I'm gonna tell my producer to not. We're not putting these kind of questions in anymore because I feel like they're I feel like they're subversively a little like being angry or whatever. But I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this game this last time. This is two very different scenarios. The Doctor is a person who regenerates, meaning it is a literal grab bag. Now, traditionally, it's been played by Caucasian males, British Caucasian males. Who cares? Most recently was played by a woman, Jodie Whittaker, who I was super excited for. And then you have Joe Martin, who plays the Fugitive Doctor. Whether or not you want to agree that that's in canon or not, I don't care. But the point is, it happened. It appeared on on an episode. And a couple, actually. And I feel like the Star Trek was casting a brand new captain of a completely different ship in a completely different scenario and set of circumstances. And I think that you have to take that into consideration. And these are two very different scenarios. So why were Doctor Who fans unhappy when Doctor Who was a woman? I don't know any fans that were unhappy. I know a whole bunch of people who wanted to just be crappy about it. But fans, I did not watch most of Jodie Whittaker's era while it was happening because I thought the episodes were badly written. That doesn't mean I didn't like her. I liked her a lot. I actually think her portrayal of the Doctor, I'm here for. I thought it was done very well. The whole femme thing and all this other stuff, all those little quirky bits, I loved. I'm like, oh, these are her Doctor quirks. David Tennant had his, Eccleston had his, Matt Smith had his, Capaldi had his, and Jodie Whittaker has hers. Ncuti Gatwa is guaranteed going to have his own. And I'm down. I'm here for it. So I think this idea that somehow it has to do with whether or not man, female, whatever, I think that's silly. People didn't. And by the way, rose-colored glasses, y'all. I was there. Nobody was happy about Janeway being a captain. There were just as many sexist idiots out there at that time as there are today. Trust me. Then they go turn around and just bail on what the show could have been. You know what? Sorry, I'm not going to do that. This is neither the place or the time. I won't do that. Moving on. Next question, please.
What if the Doctor, from Doctor Who, went up against horror icons such as Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger?
Okay. Well, first off, Doctor Who is no stranger to horror. But what Doctor Who does is explain it. So here we go. Television writer, okay? Wrote 3 pilots, had a feature script on Warner Brothers' desk. I'm President Warner Brothers. I'm going to, before Zaslav, I'm going to play this game with you. Thought game. We're going to play this thought game. Okay. The Doctor appears and happens to arrive someplace, and what he finds are people are being killed in their sleep, literally, and it looks like someone's murdering them. And so what happens is he begins to investigate. He'll have a companion. We'll just say, in my headcanon right now, I'm seeing Matt Smith because I always see Matt Smith immediately as a Doctor. And so I'm going to say it's Matt Smith, and we're going to go Clara. I'm not going to go with Rory and Amy. I'm going to go Clara, which immediately changes Matt Smith's outfit in my head. What he finds out is someone has managed to enter people's dreams using a sleep wave generator. Made it up on the fly. The idea is it allows you to connect and put it out there it was originally the doctor, or rather Clara, finds a video file, and the video file happens to be the person who invented it, talking about how they're, it's for the good, and oh my god, and you literally get the guy who played Freddy Krueger to actually play this character as a regular person, and it's like, oh, we invented this thing, and people were starting to, it began to help people see their better selves. It's a self-help tool. It's a self-help tool that was used to help, and then they get the hair, and society is thriving. Then they get the idea, what if we started using this to rehabilitate criminals? And what they do is you get one ingenious level criminal, like a real Moriarty, if you will, like on that level, who while they're in their brain disconnects their consciousness. They become the ghost in the machine. The problem is, now that most of the population is dead, the machine continues to crank out the signal. So when anybody shows up, they're now part of the network. The minute they fall asleep, Freddy's in their dreams. And now you have the doctor having to fight through, and then you get this amazing moment where Freddy corners the doctor, this and that, and the doctor explains, "Oh, you thought I was running away because I'm scared of you? No, my friend, you're in my mind. I'm scared for you." And you get this amazing... you got to have something like the hotel one, where you have some room that Freddy tries to go into, or the doctor tries to go into, and the doctor's like, "No, I can't hide in here." And it should be something that truly is terrifying to the doctor, but we don't get to see what it is. But you get to see the actor portray it. In, again, my headcanon, Matt Smith is like looking in the room, very similar. Is like, "Oh, that's terrifying. Oh man, I can't believe it." But yeah, dude, and it's this whole mind play. And ultimately, the fact is, the doctor's got a stronger brain no matter what. Regardless, this is just a person who's augmented with a machine. The doctor's the doctor. He's a Time Lord. And so, but the whole thing is, Clara is terrified because Clara, and you can even have it be some pseudo version of Freddy, not even Freddy Krueger, or maybe it takes on the guise of Freddy because Clara thinks about it. And now you have him, so it isn't actually Freddy, but it's someone who this person went into her mind, saw this dream person nightmare, because maybe they're talking, she's like, "Oh, you mean like Freddy Krueger?" And he's like, "No, not like Freddy Krueger. What are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah." Whatever. Okay. You know what I mean? But then just totally like Freddy Krueger. And so, yeah, man, that would be so dope. Oh, I think it would be awesome. Okay, that's the first one. Second one, Michael Myers. I think you gotta go Torchwood Countryside. Countryside, spelled country, C-I-D-E, is the most, I found it to be one of the most terrifying episodes of television ever. The entire, spoilers if you haven't seen Torchwood, I apologize. The entire episode is them chasing what they believe is an alien who's attacking people and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then you get to the end of the episode and you find out it is not the aliens. It is the people. That's what you do. You have the doctor. You literally do that. You take you rip that play right out of the playbook, and you have the doctor who literally is chasing down what he believes is an alien. And he starts, and he's like, it could be this person, this species, this thing, blah, 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 blah. And it's this person. Now, that feels a little too scary. Okay. Then you have an alien race, and you have a criminal like Prisoner Zero, who escapes, like prison transport. And I feel like this would be Peter Capaldi. His doctor. And what happens is when he discovers there's a killer on the loose, and everyone's describing it just like you describe anything. Or it's even Earth. Dude, let's go Earth. It's Earth, it's Halloween. The killer has been attempted to be attacked and fought by police and this and that, or authorities, unit. But then they find out through the doctor, this alien thing is attached to the base of his brain. And it is augmenting his strength, but it is also enhancing them all these, because this alien creature feeds on psychotic tendencies. So it is not an evil creature. So you got to remember, Doctor Who is all about taking things that you believe and flipping it on its head. So you have the Doctor who discovers that this person, this Michael Myers-y person, is an alien who is taking that person's maybe that guy was disturbed. But this alien creature at the base of his skull is amplifying that and making it that much worse. Oh yeah. That's the one, man. Anyways, yeah, dude, thank you for that. Those were great. See, by the way, this is what I love about this entire thing, okay? It's the ability for us to get together, Know It All Nation, and we talk and ask questions. I love it, man. Comment below. Let me know what you thought about some of my scenarios. But at the same time, if you disagree with me, I'd love to read what you think for yourself. So, yeah, man. Well, there you go. It's another one in the can. Never forget, everyone loves a know.